The story begins in the serene quiet of a winter evening at Hogwarts, where the castle glows with its soft, golden lights under a blanket of snow. The Ravenclaw Tower, perched high in the castle, overlooks the shimmering black lake, reflecting the moonlight like a mirror. Tonight, a gentle snowfall whispers against the towering windows, creating a scene of ethereal beauty and calm. The inviting warmth of the common room calls to you as the fire crackles in the grand hearth, casting flickering shadows against the blue and bronze tapestries. A comforting hum of faint chatter mingles with the rhythmic sound of pages turning as students unwind with books and hot cocoa. Welcome to this magical night. Let your mind drift as we explore a story woven with the quiet mysteries of the Ravenclaw Tower. Perhaps there are secrets hidden within its enchanted walls or gentle whispers of wisdom from the past. Relax as the tale unfolds, inviting you to journey through the tranquil corridors of one of Hogwarts' most enchanting towers. As we begin this gentle adventure, don't forget to pause, breathe deeply, and let the magic of Hogwarts guide you into a peaceful state of mind. If you enjoy stories like this, consider staying with us for more magical journeys. Let us start this calming tale together. As the quiet serenity of Ravenclaw Tower envelops the evening, the narrative shifts to introduce Luna Lovegood and her close friend Anthony Goldstein. Luna sits comfortably in an armchair near the common room window, her eyes dreamily gazing out at the snowy Hogwarts grounds, while Anthony is engrossed in a magical astronomy book, its pages shimmering with enchanted star maps. The friendship between the two is warm and understated, filled with unspoken understanding and shared wonder about the magical world they inhabit. Luna, ever curious and whimsical, begins to share a peculiar thought she's had about the Ravenclaw Tower, that the shadows cast on its walls during the full moon hold secrets, whispering tales of wisdom and hidden knowledge. Anthony, intrigued but skeptical, smiles and encourages her to elaborate. Their conversation flows effortlessly, laced with gentle humor and the soft tones of two friends at ease. Luna's musings stir something in Anthony, sparking a playful yet sincere curiosity about the tower's mysteries. Together, they decide to follow the shifting shadows and discover if there is truth to Luna's poetic imaginings. As the fire crackles and snow falls gently outside, their quiet excitement grows. The stage is set for an adventure within the safety and comfort of Hogwarts, a journey where the bonds of friendship intertwine with the gentle unraveling of magical secrets. The calm yet captivating introduction of Luna and Anthony immerses listeners, creating a sense of familiarity and connection while setting the foundation for the gentle adventure that lies ahead. The soft glow of moonlight filtered through the enchanted windows of Ravenclaw Tower, bathing the common room in a silvery luminescence. Luna Lovegood sat quietly near the fireplace, the warmth contrasting beautifully with the chill of the winter night outside. A book of magical constellations rested on her lap, its pages illuminated by the bluish-white glow of her wand. Anthony Goldstein walked in, rubbing his eyes from what appeared to be a late study session. "You're still awake?" he asked. his tone light but curious. Luna looked up, her serene gaze meeting his. "The stars are brighter tonight," she said softly. "It feels as though they're trying to say something." Anthony chuckled, pulling up a chair beside her. "Only you could make stargazing sound like a conversation." Luna smiled faintly, tilting her head toward the nearest window. "Sometimes, all it takes is listening closely." As the flames crackled gently in the hearth, Luna turned the pages of her book to reveal a map of the night sky. "Have you ever noticed the way the constellations seem to shift within these walls, as if the tower itself holds a secret?" Anthony leaned closer, his curiosity piqued. "I haven't, but now I want to know." A soft hum echoed through the room, faint but distinct. Both students paused, their wands casting gentle light across the room. The sound seemed to emanate from the spiral staircase that led to the tower's highest point, a place few students ever ventured. "What's that?" Anthony asked, standing cautiously. Luna rose as well, her expression calm but focused. "An invitation, perhaps," she said cryptically, her voice barely above a whisper. Together, they ascended the narrow staircase, each step creaking softly beneath their weight. The hum grew clearer, almost melodic, as if beckoning them onward. At the top of the stairs, a wooden door stood slightly ajar, revealing a faint bluish light spilling into the corridor. Anthony hesitated, glancing at Luna. "Should we—" "We must," she interrupted gently, pushing the door open with deliberate care. The room beyond was unlike anything they had expected. The walls were lined with intricate tapestries depicting various constellations, their threads shimmering like real starlight. A pedestal stood at the center of the circular chamber, atop which rested a small, glowing orb. The air felt charged, yet calm, as if the space itself was alive with ancient magic. "Rowena Ravenclaw's private study," Luna breathed, her voice reverent, "or at least, a piece of it." Anthony approached the pedestal cautiously, the orb's glow reflecting in his wide eyes. "It's beautiful," he murmured, reaching out tentatively. As his fingers brushed the orb's surface, the hum transformed into a soft melody, filling the chamber with an ethereal sound. Images began to form within the orb, visions of Ravenclaw herself, weaving her legacy into the walls of the tower. Luna watched in awe, her hand resting lightly on Anthony's arm. "This is her wisdom," she whispered, "a message left behind for those who seek it." The orb pulsed gently, its light growing warmer as the melody softened into a faint echo. The room seemed to exhale, its magic settling back into stillness. Luna and Anthony exchanged a glance, their expressions a mixture of wonder and contentment. "The tower truly does have secrets," Anthony said, his voice low but filled with awe. Luna nodded, her gaze returning to the orb, "and tonight it chose to share them with us." The two friends sat quietly in the chamber for a while longer, letting the peace of the moment wash over them. The room, with all its mysteries, felt less like a puzzle to be solved and more like a gift, a reminder of the beauty found in seeking knowledge with an open heart. Their footsteps were soft as they descended the stairs, leaving the tower's secrets undisturbed for the next dreamer to discover. The hum of discovery lingered in Luna and Anthony's minds as they left Rowena Ravenclaw's hidden study. Descending the spiraling staircase, their steps echoed faintly in the quiet of the night. But the magic of the moment had awakened their curiosity even further. As they entered the Ravenclaw common room once more, the enchanted ceiling displayed a tapestry of stars in motion. It wasn't just the constellations shifting now. There were shimmering trails of light, like shooting stars, guiding their eyes to an inscription on the far wall. Knowledge lies not in answers, but in the questions we dare to ask, Luna read aloud, her voice carrying a melodic quality. Anthony approached the inscription, brushing his fingers across the faintly glowing runes beneath it. Do you think there's more? Another clue, perhaps? Luna smiled gently, her gaze thoughtful. Ravenclaw's wisdom often reveals itself to those who persist. Let's see where this leads. Following the light trails, they found themselves drawn to an aged bookshelf tucked into a quiet corner of the common room. The shelves were packed with ancient tomes, their spines etched with intricate patterns. Luna tilted her head, scanning the titles until her eyes landed on a small, unassuming book bound in blue leather. The Guide to Celestial Secrets, she murmured, pulling the book free. As the book left the shelf, a faint clicking sound echoed in the room. The bookshelf trembled slightly before sliding aside to reveal a narrow passageway, dimly lit by soft blue light. Anthony let out a low whistle. A secret door hidden in plain sight, classic Ravenclaw. Without hesitation, Luna stepped into the passageway, her wand casting a gentle glow. Anthony followed, his excitement tempered by the quiet awe of the moment. The passageway was lined with walls carved into intricate designs of stars and planets. Luna ran her fingers over the carvings, noting the fine craftsmanship. It's as if the tower itself is alive with the magic of the cosmos, she mused. As they moved deeper, the passage widened into a circular chamber. At its center was a celestial globe, suspended midair and spinning slowly. The stars on its surface twinkled like real constellations, and their light danced across the walls. Anthony stepped closer, his gaze fixed on the globe. "It's beautiful," he said softly. "But what does it mean?" Luna circled the globe, her eyes scanning the intricate patterns. She noticed a series of symbols etched into the base, forming a riddle. To unlock the wisdom of the stars, one must align the heart and mind. "It's a puzzle," she said, her voice tinged with excitement. "We need to align the stars on the globe." Anthony nodded, his hands already reaching for the globe. Together, they turned it gently, adjusting the constellations to match the patterns they remembered from Ravenclaw's study. When the final constellation clicked into place, the globe pulsed with light. A soft, melodic hum filled the chamber, and an image appeared above the globe, a projection of Rowena Ravenclaw herself. Her voice was calm and soothing, carrying an air of timeless wisdom. "To seek knowledge is to embrace wonder," the projection said. "This is but one path of many within the tower. Continue to seek, and the stars will guide you." As the image faded, the room returned to stillness. The globe's glow dimmed, leaving behind a sense of quiet fulfillment. Luna turned to Anthony, her expression serene. It's not just about finding answers, it's about the journey of discovery. Anthony smiled, a newfound sense of wonder lighting up his features. I think I finally understand why Ravenclaw valued curiosity so much. They lingered in the chamber for a while, savoring the peaceful magic of the moment. When they finally made their way back to the common room, the stars on the enchanted ceiling seemed to shine just a little brighter, as if reflecting the wisdom they had uncovered. In the quiet of the night, Luna and Anthony sat by the fire, their thoughts filled with the secrets of the tower. The Ravenclaw common room, with all its mysteries, felt like a sanctuary, a place where knowledge and wonder intertwined, offering solace and inspiration to those who dared to explore. The echoes of their discovery in Rowena Ravenclaw's hidden study resonated as Luna Lovegood and Anthony Goldstein stepped back into the cool embrace of the Ravenclaw common room. The enchanted ceiling above reflected a mesmerizing tapestry of the night sky, its stars shimmering as if aware of the knowledge recently uncovered. The faint hum of magic lingered in the air, a reminder of the tower's secrets waiting to be unveiled. Luna's gaze swept across the room, her eyes lighting upon the constellation patterns that now appeared on the walls. Tiny orbs of light hovered in the air, weaving a celestial dance. "Do you feel it, Anthony? The tower is alive tonight," she murmured, her voice carrying the awe of someone deeply attuned to the magical currents around her. Anthony nodded, his eyes following the orbs. "It's like the tower is guiding us. But guiding us where?" As if in answer, a soft glow emanated from a corner of the room, drawing their attention to an old ornate bookshelf that seemed out of place. Unlike the others, this one bore carvings of stars and moons along its edges, the silver inlay catching the light in an otherworldly shimmer. Intrigued, Luna approached the shelf, her fingers brushing over the carvings. "This wasn't here before," she said softly. Her hand lingered on a small, crescent-shaped indentation in the wood. Without hesitation, she pressed it. A soft click echoed in the room, and the bookshelf shifted, sliding to reveal a hidden doorway. Beyond it lay a spiral staircase, descending into what appeared to be the very heart of the tower. "Shall we?" Anthony asked, his voice tinged with excitement. Luna smiled, her serene confidence unwavering. The stars seemed to think so. The staircase was narrow, its stone steps worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. The walls were adorned with glowing runes, their meanings a mystery, yet soothing in their gentle light. As they descended, a faint melody reached their ears, a celestial hum that seemed to echo from the depths below. At the bottom of the staircase, they entered a vast, circular chamber. The room was bathed in a pale blue glow, emanating from a grand celestial globe that hovered in the center. The globe spun slowly, its surface marked with constellations that pulsed with light. "Rowena's vision of the cosmos," Luna whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. "It's beautiful." Anthony stepped closer, studying the globe. "Look at the base," he said, pointing to a series of etched symbols. "It's a riddle. Luna knelt to read the inscription. To those who seek wisdom, align the stars, and the path will be revealed. Her smile deepened, a test of curiosity and intellect, quintessential Ravenclaw. Together they turned their attention to the globe, studying the constellations and their placements. The riddle wasn't just about aligning stars, it required understanding their connections. As they adjusted the globe, the constellations began to glow brighter, their light casting intricate patterns on the chamber walls. When the final star clicked into place, the globe emitted a soft chime, and a beam of light shot upward, forming a spectral image of Rowena Ravenclaw herself. Her expression was serene, her presence exuding an aura of wisdom. Knowledge is the light that guides us through the darkness, the projection intoned. You have proven yourselves seekers of truth and keepers of wonder. Continue to ask, continue to explore. As the image faded, the globe dimmed, leaving the room in peaceful stillness. Luna turned to Anthony, her expression thoughtful. It's not just about answers, it's about the questions we ask along the way. Anthony nodded, a newfound respect for the tower's mysteries reflected in his gaze. Ravenclaw's legacy isn't just about knowledge, it's about curiosity and the courage to seek. Together, they ascended the staircase, their hearts lighter and their minds brimming with wonder. Back in the common room, the enchanted ceiling displayed a radiant constellation that hadn't been there before, as if marking their achievement. As the fire crackled softly in the hearth, Luna and Anthony settled into the cozy chairs by the window, the stars above continuing their gentle dance. The night carried on, but the secrets of the Ravenclaw Tower remained with them, a reminder of the magic found in the journey of discovery. The glow from the celestial globe still lingered in Luna Lovegood's mind as she and Anthony Goldstein sat in quiet contemplation by the Ravenclaw common room's fireplace. The secrets of Rowena's chamber had left them both inspired and eager to uncover more, yet a sense of calm curiosity pervaded their thoughts. The enchanted ceiling continued its celestial dance, reflecting the shimmering stars outside, as if urging them to continue their exploration. It feels like the tower has more to say, Anthony said, breaking the silence. His gaze shifted to a tapestry hanging near the staircase to the dormitories. It depicted Rowena Ravenclaw holding a wand and an open book, her eyes fixed on a constellation forming above her head. Luna tilted her head, studying the tapestry. The stars in the tapestry, they're shifting, she murmured. Sure enough, the embroidered stars were subtly rearranging themselves, as though responding to their presence. One by one, they aligned into a pattern that resembled an arrow pointing toward the wall behind the tapestry. With a shared look of understanding, they approached the tapestry. Luna reached out and gently pulled it aside, revealing another hidden door. This one was adorned with intricate carvings of stars, moons, and swirling galaxies. A small inscription was etched above the doorway. Only the curious shall enter. It seems Ravenclaw valued those who dared to wonder, Anthony remarked. Luna smiled. Then we're exactly where we're meant to be. The door opened effortlessly, revealing a narrow corridor that seemed to stretch endlessly. The air was cool, and faint whispers echoed along the stone walls as though carrying fragments of ancient knowledge. Small orbs of light hovered near the ceiling, casting a soft glow that illuminated their path. As they ventured deeper, the whispers grew louder, forming coherent phrases that seemed to address them directly. Knowledge is endless. Seek not just answers, but the wisdom they bring. The corridor eventually opened into a domed chamber unlike anything they had seen before. The walls were lined with towering shelves filled with scrolls and tomes, their spines glowing faintly with magical runes. At the center of the room stood a pedestal holding a translucent crystal orb. The orb pulsed gently, its light shifting in hues of blue and silver. Luna approached the orb, her footsteps barely making a sound on the stone floor. As she placed her hand near it, the orb reacted, projecting an ethereal map of the night sky above their heads. Constellations glimmered and shifted, forming patterns that seemed to tell a story. "Look," Luna whispered, pointing to a constellation that resembled a raven in flight. "It's guiding us." Anthony observed the glowing patterns, noting how they seemed to align with the shelves around them. Each constellation must correspond to a specific section of the library, he speculated. They began exploring the shelves, guided by the constellations above. Each section revealed scrolls and books containing fragments of forgotten spells, many of which seemed to be tied to the Ravenclaw legacy. One tome, in particular, caught Luna's attention, a leather-bound book adorned with a silver raven emblem. As she opened it, the pages shimmered with magical text that rearranged itself as she read. The book described spells meant to enhance intellectual pursuits, foster curiosity, and illuminate hidden truths. It was a treasure trove of wisdom, yet it also carried warnings about the responsibilities tied to such knowledge. Anthony, meanwhile, discovered a scroll detailing a forgotten charm known as Astralis Revelare, which allowed the caster to reveal hidden celestial pathways. "This must be part of what Rowena intended us to find," he said, holding the scroll up to the light. Before they could delve further, a soft hum filled the chamber. The crystal orb glowed brighter, and the projection of Rowena Ravenclaw appeared once more. Her voice was calm and reassuring as she addressed them. "You have uncovered the wisdom preserved within these walls," she said. "But remember, knowledge is a gift meant to be shared wisely. Carry what you've learned with humility and a thirst for greater understanding." The projection faded, and the orb dimmed, leaving the room bathed in its gentle glow. Luna and Anthony exchanged a look, their expressions reflecting both awe and a sense of purpose. "We should share this with the others," Luna said softly. "Not just the spells, but the lessons they carry." Anthony nodded. Ravenclaw would have wanted her wisdom to inspire everyone, not just those who stumbled upon it. They carefully collected the scrolls and the tome, ensuring they left the chamber as they found it. As they made their way back through the corridor, the whispers followed them, now carrying a note of encouragement and gratitude. Back in the common room, the stars on the enchanted ceiling seemed to shine brighter, as if celebrating their discovery. The fire crackled warmly in the hearth, and the room exuded a sense of peace and fulfillment. Luna settled into her favorite chair by the window, the leather-bound tome resting on her lap. Anthony joined her, unrolling the scroll of Australis Revelare to examine its intricate details. The night outside was still, the stars twinkling like sentinels watching over them. As the evening turned to night, the secrets of the Ravenclaw Tower remained safely in their care. Their journey had not just uncovered forgotten magic, but had also deepened their connection to the legacy of curiosity and wisdom that defined their house. And as the firelight danced across the room, Luna and Anthony knew their adventure had only just begun. The faint glow of the enchanted globe still lingered in the Ravenclaw common room as Luna Lovegood and Anthony Goldstein reflected on their discoveries. The celestial map and the ancient texts they had unearthed offered a deeper understanding of Rowena Ravenclaw's wisdom. Yet, they sensed that their journey was far from complete. The stars on the enchanted ceiling above them shifted gently, as if urging them toward one final revelation. Luna's gaze drifted toward a small, overlooked corner of the common room, a quiet alcove where a collection of artifacts and relics from Ravenclaw's history were displayed. Among the items was a delicate silver diadem, a replica of the famed relic associated with Rowena herself. The diadem shimmered softly in the firelight, almost as if it were alive. "Do you think there's more to this?" Anthony asked, his voice tinged with curiosity as he joined her by the display. Luna nodded thoughtfully. "Rowena's legacy is woven into every part of this tower. There's always more to discover." Her words seemed to awaken something within the room. A faint hum filled the air, and the replica diadem began to emit a soft, pulsing light. A gentle breeze swept through the common room, though the windows were firmly shut. Luna reached out instinctively, her hand brushing against the diadem. The moment she touched it, the room shifted. The walls of the common room began to ripple, like the surface of a calm lake disturbed by a single drop. Luna and Anthony found themselves standing in an entirely new space. The air was cooler, the light dimmer, and the atmosphere imbued with an ancient, otherworldly energy. The room they had entered was circular, with high arched windows that framed the night sky. The stars outside seemed unnaturally bright, as if they were closer than ever before. In the center of the room stood a large, intricate mirror encased in an ornate silver frame adorned with raven motifs. The glass of the mirror shimmered like liquid, its surface swirling with faint, ethereal images. "This must be the mirror of Celestia," Anthony whispered in awe, recalling tales of a mirror said to reveal the hidden truths of one's destiny. Luna stepped closer, her reflection appearing briefly before dissolving into a series of shifting scenes. She saw herself walking through the forbidden forest, a soft glow emanating from a crystal in her hand. The image changed to show her standing in the Hogwarts library, surrounded by ancient tomes. Each vision seemed to hint at paths she had yet to walk. Anthony gazed into the mirror, his own reflection giving way to visions of him casting spells in a grand chamber, the air around him crackling with magical energy. He saw himself helping a group of students decode an ancient text, their faces illuminated by the glow of enchanted candles. "The mirror shows us our potential," Luna said softly, her voice filled with wonder. But it doesn't tell us how to get there. As they pondered the mirror's meaning, the room seemed to respond to their thoughts. The swirling images in the mirror coalesced into a single vision, a constellation forming above a glowing pedestal. A path of light extended from the pedestal, leading toward a grand archway at the far end of the room. "This must be our next step," Anthony said, his determination evident. They followed the path of light, the air around them humming with anticipation. The archway led to a spiral staircase, each step etched with runes that glowed faintly as they ascended. The staircase opened into a domed observatory, its ceiling a vast expanse of enchanted glass that mirrored the heavens above. At the center of the observatory stood the pedestal from the vision. Upon it rested a small, intricately carved box adorned with silver and sapphire accents. The box pulsed gently, as if it were alive with magic. Luna and Anthony approached the pedestal, their footsteps echoing softly in the vast space. The box opened with a soft click as Luna lifted the lid, revealing a delicate silver quill resting atop a rolled parchment. The parchment unfurled itself, its text glowing faintly in the starlight. The writing was in Rowena Ravenclaw's hand, the script elegant and precise. The message was simple yet profound. Wisdom lies not in the answers we seek, but in the questions we dare to ask. Continue to question, and you will uncover the infinite. The quill began to glow, its light spreading throughout the observatory. The stars above them seemed to shimmer in response, their patterns forming new constellations that mirrored the runes on the staircase. It was as if the entire tower was alive, its magic resonating with their discovery. Luna picked up the quill, feeling a surge of energy flow through her. "This is a symbol," she said, "a reminder that our journey is never truly complete. There's always more to learn, more to understand." Anthony nodded, his gaze fixed on the parchment. "Rowena's wisdom is timeless. She created this tower not just as a place of learning, but as a guide for those who seek knowledge with open hearts." As they descended the staircase, the observatory faded behind them, its light dimming to a gentle glow. The Ravenclaw common room welcomed them back with its familiar warmth, the fire crackling softly in the hearth. The replica diadem rested quietly in its display, its light now subdued, but no less enchanting. Luna and Anthony sat by the fire, the quill and parchment between them. The tower seemed to hum with contentment, as if it, too, had found peace in their discovery. The stars above continued their silent dance, a reminder of the infinite mysteries waiting to be explored. And as the night deepened, the secrets of the Ravenclaw Tower whispered their timeless song, inspiring all who dared to listen. The glow of the enchanted quill and parchment lingered faintly in the Ravenclaw common room. Luna Lovegood and Anthony Goldstein sat quietly, their minds swimming with the implications of Rowena Ravenclaw's message. The stars overhead, visible through the enchanted ceiling, seemed to shift subtly, their patterns forming questions of their own. The tower seemed alive, its energy inviting them to delve deeper. Luna tilted her head, her gaze falling on a small, unassuming bookshelf tucked into the corner of the room. Unlike the grand shelves that lined the rest of the common room, this one was modest, its wooden frame worn with age. She stood, the quill still in her hand, and walked toward it. Something about this feels different, she murmured, running her fingers along the spines of the books. One of them, bound in faded blue leather, hummed softly under her touch. Anthony joined her, peering at the book. It's glowing, Luna. Do you think it's connected to the message? Without hesitation, Luna pulled the book from the shelf. As it left its place, a soft click echoed through the room, and the bookshelf began to shift. It rotated slowly, revealing a hidden doorway behind it. The air beyond the doorway was cool, carrying a faint, familiar scent of parchment and ink. A secret passage, Anthony whispered, his eyes wide. How many more layers does this tower hold? They stepped through the doorway, finding themselves in a narrow, spiral staircase made of stone. The walls were adorned with faint carvings of ravens and stars, their intricate designs glowing softly in the dim light. Each step they took seemed to awaken the carvings, the light spreading in ripples as they descended. The staircase opened into a circular chamber, its walls lined with towering shelves of books and scrolls. A large, ornately carved table sat at the center, its surface inlaid with silver runes that shimmered faintly. Above the table hung a chandelier made of crystals that refracted the light into soft rainbows, casting an ethereal glow over the room. This must be the Forgotten Archive, Luna said softly, her voice tinged with awe. I've read about it. They say it holds knowledge even the Hogwarts library doesn't. Anthony walked to the table, his fingers brushing against the runes. Look at these markings. They're the same as the ones on the parchment. This place was meant to be found. The books on the shelves were unlike any they had seen before. Their titles shifted as they looked at them, as if the books themselves were deciding what to reveal. Luna picked up a slender volume, its cover embossed with a raven in flight. When she opened it, the pages filled with glowing text that seemed to hover just above the paper. As they explored, a faint hum filled the air. It wasn't threatening, but rather a soothing, melodic sound that seemed to resonate with the room's magic. The chandelier above them began to glow more brightly, and a projection of the night sky appeared on the domed ceiling. Constellations shifted and realigned, forming patterns they didn't recognize. Anthony's eyes widened. It's a map, he said, a celestial map, but it's not of our skies. It's something else entirely. The map pulsed gently, and a beam of light extended from one of the constellations, illuminating a small alcove at the edge of the room. Inside the alcove was a pedestal, upon which rested a delicate silver sphere. The sphere was etched with the same runes that adorned the table and staircase. Luna approached the alcove, her heart beating softly in anticipation. She reached out, her fingers brushing against the sphere. The moment she touched it, the runes across the room flared to life, their light filling the chamber. The sphere began to hum, its surface glowing as it projected a series of images into the air. The projections showed scenes of Ravenclaw herself, her robes flowing as she crafted spells and shaped the tower. Her voice, soft and melodic, filled the room, To seek knowledge is to seek oneself, she said. The answers you find here are but reflections of the questions you dare to ask. This archive is not a place of conclusions, but of beginnings. Let it guide you, but do not let it define you. As the projection faded, the sphere settled back onto its pedestal, its glow dimming. Luna and Anthony stood in silence, the weight of Ravenclaw's words sinking in. The room seemed to exhale, its magic settling into a quiet hum. This place, Anthony said finally, isn't just about finding answers. It's about learning how to ask the right questions. Luna smiled, her eyes sparkling with wonder. And that's the true gift of Ravenclaw's legacy. She didn't just give us knowledge, she gave us curiosity. They left the archive with the sphere in hand, the passageway sealing itself behind them. The Ravenclaw common room welcomed them back, its warmth and familiarity wrapping around them like a comforting embrace. As they sat by the fire, the sphere between them, they felt a profound sense of connection to each other, to the tower, and to the endless mysteries waiting to be explored. The stars above seemed to twinkle in approval, their light dancing across the enchanted ceiling, and as the night deepened, the tower whispered its secrets to the curious, its magic alive in every shadow and spark. Luna and Anthony knew their journey was only just beginning, and that the Ravenclaw Tower would always be a place of inspiration and wonder. The fire in the Ravenclaw common room crackled gently as Luna Lovegood and Anthony Goldstein returned from the forgotten archive, their steps light and purposeful. The ancient silver sphere rested in Luna's hands, its surface gleaming faintly with an ethereal light. The quiet hum of the tower seemed to welcome them back, as though it had been waiting for their return. Luna placed the sphere on a small table near the fire, its glow casting intricate patterns across the room. The archive was incredible, she said softly, her voice filled with wonder. It wasn't just a room full of knowledge, it was alive, like the tower itself. Anthony nodded, still captivated by what they had experienced, and Ravenclaw's words, "To seek knowledge is to seek oneself." It's as if she left that message specifically for us. The sphere pulsed gently, as if responding to their words. Luna leaned closer, her fingers brushing its surface. "I think it wants to show us something more," she murmured. As the sphere began to glow brighter, the room filled with a soft, melodic hum. The enchanted ceiling above shifted, the stars rearranging themselves into constellations that were unfamiliar yet mesmerizing. Light poured from the sphere, forming shimmering projections in the air. Scenes from Hogwarts' history unfolded before them, students discovering secrets, professors crafting spells, and glimpses of Rowena Ravenclaw herself walking through the tower, her presence regal and serene. Anthony watched in awe. This isn't just history, it's a living memory. The projections shifted, showing the construction of the Ravenclaw Tower. Rowena herself was shown inscribing runes on the walls, her hand steady and deliberate. Her voice, gentle and wise, echoed through the room. To those who find this sphere, know that it is not the answers that matter, but the questions you carry within your heart. Curiosity is the path to understanding, and understanding is the key to magic. The vision faded, leaving the room bathed in the sphere's soft light. Luna and Anthony exchanged a glance, the depth of Ravenclaw's message settling into their minds. "This isn't just about knowledge," Luna said, her voice thoughtful. "It's about growth, about how we choose to use what we learn." Anthony nodded, his gaze fixed on the sphere. "It's humbling, isn't it, to think that all this was here, waiting for someone who was ready to discover it." As the sphere's glow dimmed, the common room returned to its usual warmth and familiarity. The fire crackled softly, and the stars above twinkled gently in the enchanted ceiling. Luna and Anthony sat in silence for a while, the weight of their journey balanced by a deep sense of peace. After some time, Luna spoke again, her tone bright and curious. "Do you think there are more places like the archive hidden in Hogwarts? Other secrets waiting to be found?" Anthony smiled, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "If the tower has taught us anything, it's that Hogwarts is full of mysteries, and I think we're just getting started." Luna laughed softly, her laughter light and musical, blending with the hum of the tower. "Then let's keep asking questions. Let's see where our curiosity takes us." The night deepened, and the Ravenclaw common room grew quieter. Luna and Anthony eventually retired to their respective rooms, their minds buzzing with possibilities. The silver sphere remained on the table, its light a quiet reminder of their discovery. As sleep claimed them, the tower seemed to sigh contentedly, its magic alive in every stone and shadow. The stars in the enchanted ceiling continued their slow dance, their light weaving dreams of curiosity, knowledge, and the boundless wonders of Hogwarts. And somewhere within the depths of the castle, the echoes of Ravenclaw's wisdom lingered, waiting patiently for the next curious soul to seek them out.